It is Saturday the 24th of April 2021 here on our main field, and it's a beautiful sunny day, lovely spring day. Trouble is, we've had loads and loads of lovely spring days and we've had virtually no rain. Well, we've had a little bit. I think the rainfall has been about 1/5 of what we would normally expect for this time of year, and that's kind of worrying because we need the rain to get the grass to grow, because we need the grass to feed to the sheep and the goats, and at the minute it's not really growing. I'm looking sort of around at the field where the two new goats are and where the sheep are, and they're chomping their way through the grass at quite a rate. Very little of it is growing, so we're going to have to contemplate buying in feed to keep them going. It may be that in a few days' time the hawthorn is ready for trimming. We could feed that to the goats. I don't think the sheep would be too interested in it though. The other problem we're going to have is that without a decent amount of rain, then our crops will not be growing. And I'm right in the middle of our just rotivated potato plot, and we'll be planting this up shortly. So our friend Steve came along and has rotivated the plot. It's a fair size, as you can see. It takes us all down the way down to the goat paddock there. So we've got 95 kilos of seed potatoes sitting in my mother's garage at the moment, and they'll be planted up soon. But without rain, it's going to be difficult to get them to grow and get a decent crop from them. Today we've actually brought water up, and we've been planting things like this gooseberry plant here. We've planted lots of them. We're making a hedge line along here, and here's another one that we took clippings from a big gooseberry plant that we've got last year, knowing that we'll be setting up this hedge line along here, and they were planted a week ago, and so far they've survived the deer. Unfortunately, the willows that we planted hasn't. And the reason why we're putting a hedge along here is because of this. This is the corner of our land, and there's a stile there, and we have a public footpath along here. Now, we have absolutely no problem at all with the public footpath, as long as people keep their dogs on a lead. But what we don't want them doing is straying off the path onto our land, because it'll end up damaging crops. So the hedge line is being planted, and of course we want it to be productive, hence the reason why we're using gooseberries. So as you can see, this is the hawthorn starting to come into leaf, and once it's fully into leaf we can then start trimming it and feeding it to the goats. But it's still got some way to go, so we just need that little bit of rain to kickstart everything. So these are the two new goats, just had for a few days, and both are pregnant.